started recording and streaming.
Alrighty. So, when you guys are ready, I'd say we could start.
Yeah.
I just realized I have every tab open that I need for D&D except Roll20.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good
haven't
at this.
gotten in yet.
Yep. I'm here.
So welcome back to Asalkan Adventures. We haven't been available for a while since the GM has been fighting robots or something of the sort. Robot wrestling.
Robots? What?
Yep.
You said you were wrestling robots.
Yep. Bare hands.
Okay. I'm not sure where that came from.
Hand to cold metal hand combat.
It's about your finals. Your robotics finals. You're moving on the world, aren't you?
Dude, with every flex, you grow another chest hair. I understand. I did that in my youth.
Yes. Alright.
We had just left the palace, I think.
Yes. You step outside of the palace in the city of Eleanor. After your meeting with Arya's old friend. I forgot her name.
There. Just call it princess or something.
Lady obsessive.
It's giving
Yeah.
me the eye, remember?
Oh yeah.
Because I thought I was gonna steal her man, even though I... No.
Problem was, I already stole him. Wrong. She didn't even see it coming.
Nope.
Guys, while we're here, do you want to go sell some stuff?
Steal some stuff? Gotcha.
No, sell. I mean, we can probably steal. I don't know.
I still have owlbear teeth from the orcs in that trial.
I've got to sell
I
the Azor hammers.
I'll accept the one that I have. I want to keep that one.
Pretty good weapons, except I can't use them.
I can just fine.
Yep.
I actually did try to test it on something stationary and wood before we left the smaller village. Surprisingly, I didn't throw myself along with the hammer, as I did.
Anyway, I'm gonna go sell some stuff. If you guys have anything for me to sell, that'd be...
I'm gonna hand him over those 7 owlbear teeth that I have.
Perfect. Anything you got, Croc? You want me to sell?
I got these 2 plates.
Okay, just two regular plates.
Indeed, they were ripped off the back of some creature.
Oh, hide plates, creature plates. That's what plates. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go try and find some places to sell. Some plates, owlbear feathers, magical hammers, a random golden locket. Man, that's about it.
So plates of what?
I have no idea.
It's hide plates, didn't you say?
Well, yeah, that's just 2 plates. I
Just
don't know what
hide.
I don't remember what beast I take that from, but I don't know. Well, no, because we sold the flesh from the apathite.
Is it Aboleth hide? No, I think we sold that stuff.
And we sold that, yeah. So these plates are for something else.
Wait, did you say owlbear teeth?
Yeah.
Owlbears don't have teeth.
Then what did I pick up then?
I have
Because
no-
I said I got. You told me that I got 7 of owlbear something, and I thought, wait, didn't you say teeth?
I don't think so. Maybe I did say that. If I did, all right. If I did say that, I was being really dumb. So
And
I'm
that was
just
during the
gonna-
time we couldn't record.
Nah, like, yeah.
all right. Well, I was being really dumb. Owlbear. Did I really say owlbear teeth?
Yes, you did.
Oh my god. Okay. So, how many? So, what are you? Are you just trying to sell a bunch of stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what all are you selling? Can you list them off?
Of course, my dear sir.
Yes.
2 hide plates that Croc gave me, 7 owlbear question mark teeth, 2 Asalkan hammers, and a gold locket we found in the lab.
Dang, Azure hammers are pretty valuable.
The magical.
Those aren't exactly common.
Which is why I'm keeping mine still. Ha.
All right. So
Using Maya, I want to get up to the original price, the as close to the original price as I possibly can.
Yep. One sec. I'm just doing some quick calculations here. And hide plates.
I think
Um,
those might have come from the aboleth. Because that's the only type of hide that I remember seeing.
That's the only type of creature, skinnable creature we fought with Croc.
Yeah, recently. Aboleth.
Oh yeah, I was gonna make it into a shield, now that I remember.
Oh, it might have been the owlbear hide, actually.
Well, I didn't kill any Albert.
Yeah, I guess you didn't.
I can remember I was gonna make a shield out of it because it has that ooze on it. It makes people have to, breathe and shit. So I would probably save one because I'm still gonna make a shield out of it.
Right.
Maybe I'll take the 2. No, screw it. I'll just make a shield.
Alright, so
So minus the hide.
minus the hide. Alright.
Yep.
You're gonna get about 150 gold for all of that.
Even
Not
for
bad.
the magical Azra hammers?
Yeah, the Azure hammers are most of that.
Jesus.
Wow.
Thought they'd be a lot more expensive, huh?
Yeah,
So-
like, hold on, wait. Oh no, sorry, that I'm dumb. I left something out of the calculation. All right,
Magic.
that's gonna be all right. That's a bit more what I expected. That's gonna be about 200 gold actually. For 2 Azure hammers and 7 owlbear teeth. Because I'm dumb.
So that's 40 gold each.
40 gold each.
I guess. So yeah, if you're selling all of that, that's gonna be about 200 gold.
We currently got 1,580 gold in the group loot.
Yep.
And while I'm doing that, I want to try and find a secluded alley.
It's fucking rain.
So, just make a check to find an alleyway.
Alright, you're trying to find an alleyway.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, Let's see.
Oh dear.
Alright, I guess make an investigation check. You're not exactly right in the vicinity.
Right, investigation. And that is a mighty when it will load.
Whenever it will load.
Within the next century.
Anytime now. Be
Yeah,
great.
I'll just roll it again. It's refusing to roll. Okay, I am typing. I'll just roll it this time. With text 1, 2, 20 plus 3.
What did you try to do?
Oh, there it is.
In the character
Oh.
sheet, I tried
Oh.
clicking investigation and roll that way. Didn't do shit.
So you... I guess I'll just use that for a scroll.
Whatever it was, I still can't see it.
To find something pretty akin to it. It's pretty, like, where, like, the area between there's a lot of, like, just, moss and small plants growing in it.
Perfect. Trying to be as sneaky as possible. I whip out my paintbrush and pink paint and write on the wall. For a brilliant time, visit Glorious Gilbert's Ganderworthy Goods.
You're what? I didn't hear what you said.
Trying to be as stealthy as possible, I write on the wall in the pink paint. For a marvelous time, visit Glorious Gilbert's Ganderworthy Goods.
Alright, you sure do.
Well, I've fulfilled my goal, my role of advertising. Head back to the pet.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Arya wasn't doing anything suspicious at all.
I have full faith in him.
Yeah. You guys see Arya crawl out of an alleyway, just like glance both ways to make sure he's not being watched. Hey guys.
Full faith.
hey guys, what's up?
Nothing at the moment. We're just hanging around.
What do I do now then?
That is a good question. I'm guessing we should just... Well, maybe we can just go on our separate ways and do what we should in the city, for at least the time that we're staying here.
Alright. Should we procure a lodging first?
I think we already have.
Do we?
Didn't we?
Did we? I remember eating pizza, but I remember lodging.
Yeah, we ate pizza. The pizza was good.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we did lodging though.
Okay. I must have been thinking about something else. But, yeah, sure.
So do you want to go to the rich hotel or the lower class inns?
It depends on what we can afford, since it's only for a night.
I mean, we can ask around for an affordable place to sleep.
Okay. I grab the first person walking next to me.
Oh no.
Where do you sleep?
Looking for a place to sleep that is decently affordable.
Crocodile is gonna eat me.
So you just walk up to a random person?
Like I was just standing there, and then I reached my hand out like just grab somebody randomly, and then just not even looking what it is, just like grab somebody and just pull them over. Hey, friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just grab a random person and ask where you can find cheap lodging.
Reasonable
alright.
logic.
Yes. So they look very. This person looks very surprised, and he says, "Well, if I don't I don't really pay attention to all that much stuff, so I don't know what places are good or not. But if you want to find, but I've heard that that place down the street there is good."
Oh, thanks.
Yes, that place. That famous place
Yeah,
that everyone knows
he-
the name of.
He points like there's like an inn just down the street.
Okay. I pat him on the head and send him on his way, and then I do it again.
Oh no.
Hello, friend. Portable place to live.
You see,
For one
we're
night.
a notorious gang of cheapskates, and we want somewhere cheap to live.
You guys are a notorious gang of cheapskates, indeed. He says, "Oh well, I mean, like, if you really want to save money, you could go to the there's a place across town, but like it's not exactly the nicest place, but it's pretty cheap."
I look at my compatriots, knowing this is a terrible idea, but I'm just smiling.
Mm.
Okay? Now, we grab another person, but this time we ask where the best booze is.
Gotcha. Pat that guy on the head, send him on his way, and then I do it again.
All right. And you ask where the best booze is.
Where is the booze?
Yes, hello, friend. Where is the booze? Where is the greatest booze?
Give me your booze.
Oh my god.
We're boo zombies. Boo!
Well, you two might be. I'm just
You see, we're a
sitting back,
notorious gang of
enjoying it.
drunks. That's what
Notorious
it
gang
is.
of cheapskate drunks.
Wow.
Indeed.
We're touring the world, being cheapskates. It's great.
Drunk. Nice.
Alrighty then. This guy looks even more startled than the
Oh,
last
boy.
guy. He just pulled him over off the side of the street and asked where you can find booze.
Best booze.
Best booze.
An
not just any
intimidating crocodile
booze.
man is just pulled a guy over, asking to please.
A 6'8" crocodile man just pulled a random guy off the street and asked where the best booze was.
Indeed.
Oh dear. We're gonna call the guards on us, aren't we?
He says, I don't know, man. I mean, I suppose you could find some drinks at any like inn around town or tavern.
This
But
guy's
I
useless.
don't know.
Let's ask the town
Mhm.
drunk. They always know the best place to get booze.
Indeed. I'll pat this guy on the head. Good luck to you. We'll look for a drunk.
A broad daylight drunk.
Indeed. Broad day. This is an elven city. They're always drunk.
I thought it's the next territory we're supposed to be going to. That's where the dwarves are.
Elves are notoriously drunk. I mean, why do you think they got their heads so far stuck up with asses? They're too drunk to know where they put them. I'm drunk myself.
Okay then.
So, we're looking for a town drunk. Or city drunk or whatever.
Drunk. So
So
I'm the
Um,
drunkest man in the city.
so you just look for the guy who looks the most drunk.
Pretty
it's
much.
very hard.
All right.
in elven city.
As you're walking through the streets, you're walking through the streets, scoping everyone out, seeing if you can find the optimal drunkard. I just said that sentence.
There's gonna be a documentary on this one day. Animals stalks its prey.
The story of Salt, They went to an elven city and looked for a drunk guy.
The worst place to look for a drunk.
Yeah. So you see some guy kind of stumble out of a shop with a bottle in his hand, and he just looks very drunk.
Okay, who here speaks drunk? I know a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any drunk croc?
Check your languages real quick.
Wow.
Don't worry, you just need to.
I know
you just need to-
Undercommon. Let's do this.
Excuse me, friend. You seem like an experienced fellow. Do you know where the best place is to get hammered?
I mean, like, if you want hammers, go blacksmith.
We can't drink hammers, friend.
Said hammer.
Yeah,
It isn't
those
the
good.
Pissed, drunk, smashed.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
no.
this place has got some pretty good stuff. He points to the place he just stumbled out of. I was gonna say walked out of, but that's an exaggeration.
What's it called?
You look up at the place behind him, and there's a carved wooden sign saying,
Puppies for sale.
yes, puppies for sale. No. It says Matilda's Drinks. Best booze in town.
Good enough.
Matilda's got the best
And
booze in town.
it's a very doesn't seem like a well-funded place. It's a kind of not exactly run down, but not well built building.
If it's good enough for a daylight drinker, it's good enough for us.
Yep.
If I can get an elf drunk, it's good.
Haven't you seen Lord of the Rings? An elf can drink a dwarf under the table.
Suppose. But
What is this Lord of the Rings you speak of?
I'll politely kick open the door.
Alright, wait, did you say you kick open the door?
Yes, politely.
Very politely. You very
Wow.
politely kick down their freaking door.
I'll walk on it.
He'll pay for damages.
Alright, you kind of make a dent in the door, and as the door swings open, there is a small waiting area in front of a desk, and behind the desk, you see rows and rows of shelves, all lined with varying sizes and shapes of bottles.
Oh man, it's a good place.
Mm.
There's a woman at the counter. She's not the she's not the kind of woman that you would see and think that she is a highly respectable person. She's very dirty, doesn't seem to have much sense of
Hygiene.
yeah, hygiene. And she's a bit tubby. Like she hasn't been skipping many meals, you know.
Excuse me, miss.
She can't.
We want the finest booze you have.
She glances up and says, "As you can see, I got a lot of that around here. What are you looking for in particular?"
Something to get us drunk. A long road. We want to get drunk.
You know what they always say: if it gets you drunk, it's good beer.
It's not true. But good effort. So I pat you in the head.
Well, you looking for something powerful, or something that'll ease you into it?
Powerful.
Both.
For me. I'm not sure
Hello.
about these two pansies.
I like the way you think.
I just have to raise an eyebrow at that, like, what the hell are you even talking?
I've had a stressful day.
Have you?
Stressful. Yeah. The king.
Very
I thought the king
stressful.
was trying to kill me. Then I had to meet with my soon-to-be wife, who doesn't want to marry me. I was like, it was a stressful day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this stuff over here is some of my personal favorite. It's really nice when you're just looking for a way to end the day, you know? 'Cause, just saying, you're not gonna be doing much for the rest of the day after you drink this.
No,
Sold.
Wha-
how much for glass?
I feel like Shara is very uncomfortable.
A bit, yes. Not gonna say anything, just gonna let these two talk while I just settle in the back.
With Ambrose giving
Yep.
us the silent treatment.
Indeed.
The diarrhea treatment again.
Yep, Ambrose
What's
is kind of just waiting outside.
So, how much for a glass of this exquisite, powerful drink?
Alrighty. And she says, yeah, this stuff will cost you about seven silver per glass, or if you want the whole bottle, that'll be a gold.
Do you want the bottle, Croc?
I place a gold then.
I take it we're getting the bottle then.
Alrighty then. You fellas have a good day.
About that soft stuff.
Yes.
Your best soft stuff. As you say.
Alright. This one over here will run you about the same price.
Put it down. I'll take it.
So you're getting a bottle of each of them?
Yep.
Alright. She says, pleasure doing business with you.
Yep. And take a shower. Pat you on the side.
Wait, what did you say?
Yep. Take a shower.
Oh my
I'll
god.
walk out.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are you just pouring it over you?
No,
No,
I said
he
to
said-
her to take a shower. I can
Oh.
smell her breath from across the room.
Yeah, you can. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I'm more hygiene than you, and I lived in a swamp.
You know, you're gonna get us thrown out the bar, Croc.
Yeah,
We're not in a bar, we're in a shop. We're leaving.
Impeccable timing, but now that we have our booze, should we at least try to find ways of housing ourselves for the night?
Indeed. The first guy said there was a place that was good to get sleep.
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah. Seems like a better than going across town to some run-down place. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have the money. Let's sleep somewhere nice.
Yep. To the inn.
To the end. So you guys gonna go to the more expensive one, to the more expensive but nicer one, or the less expensive?
The one that won't get us
but-
killed.
The first one that the one guy suggested. Yeah.
Yeah.
One that was down the street from us.
Wait, did you say something that I missed?
No, we're going to the tavern.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you guys
the
are
nicer
just
one.
heading to the inn?
Yep.
Yep.
The one that's not like really shabby, right?
No, the one,
Yeah.
the good one.
Yep, the good one.
The good one. Yep.
The okay one, yes.
You are you or are you not going to try to hide your bottles of booze before you walk into this
Oh.
place?
Of course.
Uh,
I mean, it's rude to
yeah.
bring your drinks into another establishment. We all just get our rooms and then sneak our booze upstairs into our rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had my bowl in my backpack. That
I'll
start
put
a
my
door?
bottle in a bag of bones.
All right.
No one ever looks there for booze.
Yeah, that's true. No one's.
Would
gonna-
you wanna
you're
look
pretty
in-
safe there, but
No, does anyone want to look at a 6'8" owl man's bag of bones and meat?
Okay, I keep the meat in a separate bag.
No one wants to mess. No one wants to mess with a man's bag of meat.
Or bones. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, Croc's got my bottle. Croc's actually got both bottles.
In the bag, okay.
They're in the bone bag.
Alright, so we stroll on in this fancy establishment.
it's not really fancy. It's just
It's not
It's just
terrible.
yeah. It's just
It's
not.
modest.
Yeah, it's kind of cozy.
It's
Yeah.
not good. It's just not shit.
Alright.
I'll go with that.
You see a much friendlier looking woman standing at the counter. And as you come in, she says, "Hi, how can I help you?"
3 rooms, please, if you have them available.
Yeah, I think we have we should have 3 rooms up on the 2nd floor.
We'll take them then, please.
Alrighty then. That'll be 3 silver per room per night. How long?
Is,
You know how long you're gonna be staying here?
We plan to
One
stay here
night.
at night, guys. I'll just cough up 9 silver then.
Just for the one night? Alright then.
Yep.
Alright, well here's your room number, and if you need anything, just let me know.
So
Oh,
I've got a
yeah,
key.
sure.
Ambrose has got a key, and the lovebirds have got a key.
Yes.
Well, love
if
reptiles.
that's how you want to divide it up.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
Mhm.
Why I pay for the rooms.
So, what time of day is it?
It's getting pretty late at this point.
I think.
It's like 7 p.m.
Crocs, meet me in that shady corner.
Okay.
Croc. Okay. My water skin is empty. Pour half the bottle of strong booze into my water skin, if you would, please.
Okay. Consider it done.
Shady
And I
corners.
head up into my room.
Okay.
Alright. So you head to your room? Alright, so you head to your room. It's a cozy little room, not too huge, but the bed is The bed has obviously been made since its last resident.
Awesome. Is there any paper in the room?
Paper?
Hmm.
I mean, there's no paper just lying around, but you would probably have some on you, right?
Actually, yeah. I just write on the back of Gilbert's letter. Here's your magic shrooms, Gilbert. Don't really know what you want to do with them. Just make sure you don't lose your mind. I just put them back in his envelope. Just send up to him tomorrow.
Wait, so what are you doing with the paper?
I'm writing on the back of Gilbert's letter that about the magic shrooms that he wanted, and just telling him try not to lose your mind when you take them.
All right.
Just getting ready to sell that back tomorrow.
All right. Good to know. So, you just gonna. So, you just gonna go to sleep now, or what?
I'm gonna get
What are you
pissed.
guys doing?
I'm gonna get pissed, then go to sleep.
All
Well,
right.
wouldn't we just hang around?
Probably.
Apparently someone just came rang our doorbell because my dogs were going crazy. All right.
I
So-
think I actually want to try and, start that tome of clear thought.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and start on that, and if I don't.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I'm just gonna look up to make sure to see how long it takes total to read that. Yeah, so you're gonna start reading the book about Croc's fetish. What?
My what? Oh, I get Okay. While she's studying, I'm going to go back outside.
All right. What you gonna do?
Walk to the edge of town.
All right. At the edge of town, there's no really like definitive border. It's more like the buildings get less and less densely populated until eventually it just kind of fades into the normal forest you're used to. As you're standing on the edge, you can see the forest rolling out in front of you.
Cool. I'm not gonna go far and just find a small clearing.
All right. It's easy enough.
Yeah, okay. I will practice my wild magic by calling on the air, the wind, and the water. Just cast spells and see what horrible things happen.
Alright.
Call upon the elements and then start laying shit out.
Alright, so I need to look something up here.
Oh boy.
I have a feeling that you know what I'm looking up, Shara.
Yeah, I got a feeling and I'm kind of terrified. 'Cause I don't know the... Oh,
It's a big
no.
list.
I believe
Yeah.
I also know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking up a certain table.
Yeah.
Oh,
you might have
God.
some
It
exposure
is
to
on
Reddit.
page 104.
Oh.
It's page 104. You know what page it's on?
I'm looking at it right now. The player's handbook, yeah.
I might as well just get it out too because I am scared
Prepare
now.
to meet your new
You've done me a frightened GM. You done me a favor. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Yep, I call upon the elements.
Oh
and
dang, that's
shoot.
my Dungeon
Alright,
Master's
you
book.
call
Never
upon
mind.
the elements. You close
Oh.
your eyes and reach out into your surrounding.
There it is.
You call upon the elements equally. The air, the earth, the sky. Wait. I said
Yeah,
the
the
sky,
earth, the water.
earth, the water, and the flames.
No, screw the
And
flames.
suddenly you're feeling much more in tune with the earth than the other three. You wonder why this is, until you realize that you're sitting in a pot.
Yes! I knew it was going to be this one.
And you're also green. And a plant.
Oh.
He's a body plant.
You sit there for a second and think, well, how the hell did this happen?
Hmm.
And then after a minute goes by, you revert to your normal form, seemingly unscathed. Although feeling like you might although feeling like for some reason you have a craving for sunlight, which is weird since you can't eat sunlight.
Or can
Please don't get him to try. That'll only end in tears and him trying to fight the sun for nourishment.
It's called space vampires. Get over it.
Space vampires.
Oh no.
Yeah, you try to you eat the sun, and suddenly the Egyptian prophecy that the world will end when the snake of chaos devours the sun and plunges the world into eternal darkness comes true. Instead of darkness, it is Croc.
Cool. I do it again.
You do it again.
Well, since that worked so well last time.
Oh, no.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to roll a concentration check.
This is gonna end well. Concentration. This is a dex save? Well, not dex save,
I'm
but
pretty
con
sure
save.
it's just a constitution throw. Constitution.
Yeah.
throw,
You're
15. 15.
oh. I saw the one coming first, like, oh no, it's gonna leak
Yeah,
the
yeah.
14.
Yeah, I saw the one as well, and I was like, ooh.
Oh, I fear for the crocodile man. Really?
The crocodile man.
Yes.
Alright, let's see.
What if I could be like a barbarian? What's it? Storm barbarian?
Storm Herald, sir.
Storm
I think
Herald,
that's what you're talking about.
Called.
As this thought about Storm Herald crosses your mind, your mind suddenly leans more towards the air side than the others, and lightning strikes out of your fingertips and kills the nearest bird that was sitting in a tree staring at you.
Damn.
Hope to God that isn't a druid.
It's just random
I mean,
druid.
if it was a druid, it probably would have survived that.
Fair enough.
Druids don't usually actually have the HP of a bird.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, that was awesome.
You
I just-
get the feeling that you don't exactly have this down yet, but maybe with some more practice you could get it.
I just shot lightning out of my hand. That's the coolest shit since sliced bread.
Getting to marry the wizard every day.
Soon they
I've seen her
will
do it
fool you.
once.
I pick up the bird. It's pre-cooked.
It's that's true. It is seared and roasted to perfection.
Beautiful. Well, I'll use it as a snack on my.
All right. Are you heading back to the hotel, to the inn now?
Yeah.
Alright. Whoops. Alright, so... Wait, who's rooming with Croc again?
Shara.
Oh, yeah. Croc, walks into your room, eating, and nibbling on some piece of something. You're not entirely sure what. And
Can
it
I
smells
make s-
very seared.
Okay. Just gonna slightly peer away from the tome for a second. Just look at the Croc like, you okay?
Mm-hmm. I shot lightning from my hand.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I got this. I'm pretty good. I'm trying this more often. Well,
Wow.
As you look closer, you notice that this thing seems to be a bird with some bites taken out of it.
Okay. That is fairly impressive. I can't. Wow. And you
Oh.
can just see the slightest blush come to her face. That
This whole teacher thing, I wasn't thinking it was not too sure if it was going to work out. But you're better than I thought. Impressive. You can even teach me when you're not there. Glorious.
I have to say I haven't truly expressed my pride in what you're able to do now. I really am proud that you're able to tap into this type of magic, Croc. I don't know what to say about it. But to say that I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Technically, I don't do it at all. I call upon the elements. And they grant me their strength. Oh, good shit.
Good shit. I'm sorry, that was just so silly to me.
No?
Anyway,
So,
Just yes.
you doing anything tonight? Put
I
the
got
bird in the bag.
nothing. I have nothing for tonight. It's just I want to see if I can get through this tome for a bit, and then I'm gonna break.
Well, during your break, would you like to go to lunch?
Sure. Wouldn't mind that at all.
Wonderful. I'll be right back. So, leave again. And run around town looking for the best restaurant.
alright. You in, you make note of a few restaurants along the way that catch your eye. One that has pizza, which you thought it's a foreign food. Foreign things are fancy, right? um, one that just has a lot of hamburgers, and just like you glanced at the menu that they had sitting outside real quick, and it was like a lot of different hamburgers, but by different names. And you're not sure what that's all about, but you know.
Weird.
All starting with Mick for some reason.
What?
I sense a disturbance in the force. I'm gonna walk away.
All right. As you also notice, that I forgot what I was gonna say. I need to stop doing that. I always like forget what I'm gonna say as I'm in the middle of. How do I even manage that?
Being very impressive.
Very impressive. very.
Always a way.
Yes. Anyway, gonna just roll something real quick here. Whoop! Accidentally X'd out of roll 20. I'm good at this.
How can you manage that?
And there he goes.
Alright, I'm back.
And there he is.
There and back
Here he
again.
comes and here he goes.
Hobbit down.
Alright. As you were running along, frantically looking at a thing that looks like a restaurant, you accidentally smack into a tree, and you hear a and out of the tree falls three very dazed looking birds.
You killed their mother.
3 dazed looking birds?
Yes, and these birds are like pretty big. Like they're like the like a foot tall, foot and a half tall.
I look around for a moment. Who needs a restaurant when you are the restaurant? And I kicked the shit out of the birds.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Competent. I kicked the shit out of the birds.
Yeah, you just freaking kick them.
Oh no,
He
it's
went
like a
into his
wrestling
primal
competition.
state.
I suplex a bird, damn it.
Oh my god. All right. You kick the birds. You kick them while they're down. And you do kick them while they're down.
Can we roll attack?
No, they're like stunned. You somehow managed to knock them out of the tree.
All of a sudden, you're attacked by a rock.
This random encounter. I've kicked the shit out of it.
A couple of people do give you kind of weird looks as they're passing by, but you know.
It's like they haven't seen a 6'8" tall crocodile man before.
Beating up birds.
Exactly.
One sec.
Yeah, once they're defeated in honorable combat.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just like, I just got like 50 notifications from Twitter, and I'm very confused right now.
Croc, it turns out you
apparently
species.
One of my friends tagged me in something that became a huge like death thread. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I'll check back on that later. Anyway.
Yeah, best for you to do so, my dude.
Yep. Anyway.
So I defeat the birds.
What?
Do I defeat the birds?
Do you defeat the beds? Oh,
The birds.
Oh yeah, you are triumphant in this battle of titans.
Okay. After crushing their wills, I will. Is there any like nests?
You're crushing whales? What?
Is
Am I
there?
just-
You're hearing things, man. You've gone delusional.
I
It's
know.
okay.
I know.
Okay. The doctors will be there soon. It's okay. Is there a nest up in the tree?
No, but you do see a couple rustled feathers, like they were like, you know, it's a popular resting spot for them.
Well, too bad. No eggs for me. So, I'll take my 3 trophies, and, where's a good place to cook these?
Croc just murdered the endangered spickies, the tree chicken. The guards are gonna get caught
Tree
so
chicken.
fast.
I will spend the time, process, and need of cooking these things. In the middle of town.
You're just gonna start a fire in the middle of town.
Yep.
Oh god. In a city where the houses are literally vegetation.
Yep.
I'm sure this will end well.
I know I've said it a lot today, but like I've said before, this can only end in tears.
Indeed, because it's going to taste so good.
The guards are gonna get called on you.
Wow.
So, yeah. Cooking in the middle of town.
So wait, I didn't hear what you just said.
Inspiring. Okay, so I make a camp, like fire, and begin cooking the birds and cleaning them up in the middle of town.
All right, yeah, these birds are pretty big, so there's a lot of bird meat on their bird bones. But you know,
Okay.
you get the feeling these guys are probably bird brains anyway.
Oh,
Anyway.
Taking damage, man. I'm taking damage. Psychic damage hurts.
I can't take psychic damage if you're the GM.
I don't know, when you're having to look up the logistics of a horse in D&D. There's a lot of psychic damage
Yeah.
there.
you hold all the puns in the universe. Eh.
Okay, after the birds are complete, then I will buy a fancy plate. And when I mean a fancy plate, I mean like a plate like you eat food off of. Actually, scratch that. I use the Albather plate, but I make it look fancy.
With fancy plate, your skin
Alright.
like a dead creature.
Wait. What are you using the aboleth hide for?
As a plate for to hold the birds' meat.
Alrighty then. Are you using the slimy side or not?
Oh no! I use the other side. It's not slimy.
Alright. You sure do.
I clean it out, of course. I'm not just gonna, have a nasty ass plate. Yeah. After that, after the plate is prepared, make it look fancy with a few flowers, maybe like an elf ears. It look great. After that, I need 2 cups. I'll buy or steal a cup. 2 of them look fancy. Whichever comes first.
Alright. Wait. So you're gonna do something with. You're gonna make. Wait.
He's gonna steal 2 cups.
You're gonna steal
You know
some
what?
cups.
I will make cups out of the bones of my enemies. So I pull out the bag of bones. Do I have halfling skulls? I do! Huzzah!
Cutting arson, everybody. It's a very
How have the guards not been calling you yet? You're bringing out dead pieces of freaking lighting pies in public.
So I pulled out 2 halfling skulls,
And it's
Clean them up.
seriously made of burning material.
Oh god.
rip out the jar, make it all proper. Then I add 2 flowers to each eye hole, so it looks somewhat reasonable. and then I'll use those as cups. So I have 2 skulls of halfling skulls as cups. I look fancy. And I'm using the plate as a plate for all this meat that's been cooked. And I made it look fancy with flowers. No elf ears, because that's weird.
Wait, no elf ears. Alright.
Because that'd be weird.
Considering you're in a freaking elf town.
Like, I'll look for volunteers if I need to.
You find a 16-year-old man.
And I will, after this glorious pepper. Actually, you know what? I need some veggies. No, we don't eat veggies. Something else. So we have fine, slightly above average alcohol. 2 skulls, a bunch of meat, and a plate. But I need a side dish. Oh, I have a fish.
Hey, Croc, how old is this fish?
I think I. When was the last time I went fishing? Oh, it was the lake. Back when we, That's probably the best fish.
I was doing one fish in the lake at that time. I remember that.
Oh, sweet mother of God. I'm gonna pass out.
Okay. If I look at the fish and I'm like, oh, not a good fish, I'll just toss it. Middle of the street. Okay.
Wait, you threw the fish and then picked it up?
No. If it's bad, I'll just toss it.
Oh, alright. You toss it and it just lands on the ground. You swear you can see it looking at you, like, why didn't you eat me when I was fresh?
Sorry, your death was wasted. Alright. Let's see what to do. Side dish. Well, I have everything. I just need something else. Is there anything nearby me? Like a shop or a...
So, what else are you gonna do with this magnificent plate of yours?
Well, like I said, is there a shop nearby or I need a side dish. Maybe like soup.
You need a side dish?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, what do you have in mind? What are you looking for?
Maybe soup.
What
or
boy?
Soup?
Waller meat.
Well, why don't you make an investigation check?
This will end well.
Wow.
Alright.
I'm on a mission, damn it.
You're on a mission.
The world can wait. This is more important.
No.
So you don't find anywhere that's just like straight up selling soups, but you do find a general grocery store, and if you remember correctly, soup is just kind of food floating in liquid. You could probably make a pretty good soup.
Maybe. So I enter the grocery shop with the skulls of halflings, carrying the plate. And I ask the nearest person, or at least the person who looks like they work here, do you know how to make a good soup?
Hold on, did you bring your plate with you?
Well, yeah, I'm not leaving it on the road.
Your plate that has dead birds, halfling skulls, and what else?
First, the birds have been cooked. I clean them all off. You just see the meat of birds.
Alright, why don't you
Halfling
describe
skulls.
to me what your plate looks like right
Okay, so there's the plate. Inside the plate, which has been
now?
cleaned,
Quote, plates from Hamlet hide.
the little hide is pile of, like, if you cut up a ham and you don't leave the big ass ham, you just leave the slices everywhere. So the slices of meat have been placed in the middle. Then there are 2 skulls that have been filled with above average alcohol and have 2 flowers in each of their eye holes. Then The plate is surrounded by a series of flowers mixed in with what I would assume is either A, rocks, or B, some form of shiny substance.
Indeed. And you're walking into a general store, to a public grocery store with this in your
Mhm.
hand.
Yep.
The person you ask, kind of looks at you with wide eyes. Uh, she looks stunned and at a loss for words.
Oh, let me find your words for you.
Aisle 7.
Soup? You're looking to make a soup?
Oh, what would you suggest? Okay, let me break it to you. I'm trying to make dinner for a person I really appreciate. So what would you do for your significant other as a side dish?
At this, she looks at you, looks at your plate, and back at you, just kind of closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. And she says, well, first of all, you'd have to have a good broth. I think we might have some broth over here, and in this aisle.
I will buy whatever broth.
All right. You just see a carton of, just see like a jug of some liquid that looks like it could be appetizing enough to you.
What does it do?
What does it do?
Asking the store owner, do you put it on the meat?
No,
But-
this is what you said. You're making a soup, right?
Oh, well, I mean, what would you think is a side dish? It was just a guess. I mean, it could be like fish. It could be like, I don't know, crackers. Anything, really.
What would go well with
Are you-
halfling skull?
Dude.
Her eyes kind of widen. I don't know. Just
It's
Do you-
okay. It's alright.
do you want like a salad or something, or?
I don't know if she likes that. She didn't look like a salad gal. I could be wrong.
It's not something I completely ignore, but eh.
We will try this salad thing you speak of.
Eh. Oh man.
So what would be your best salad?
I mean, if you want it, do you want to get ingredients or just purchase a pre-made one? Because I think we have some pre-made ones around here somewhere.
I will buy ingredients.
Okay, I guess just come over to this aisle, and she takes you to a place. She takes you to an aisle that has a lot of greens and plants and stuff.
Nasty. Okay.
And she says, I guess just pick out your ingredients here. So, what do you want to pick up for this? This strange dish you've never heard of before.
The green things. The red rice. Ooh. A bag of little square bread things.
Yes, those have a label on them that say croutons. You don't know what that means, but
Sounds elvish.
croutons.
Croutons. I will also buy a cup of whatever that weird, smelly stuff is. And I know those. Yes. Saw a halfling eating it once.
All right. Wait. So you're Wait. So you're just gonna make a salad full of croutons?
No. Because remember, I got the two green things, two round green things, the two round red things, which basically are
Wait.
tomatoes and lettuce. And then I got a bag of croutons, and then I got a little tiny like cup of like I assume dressing if they have that, and then a carrot.
A carrot?
A
A
carrot.
singular carrot.
Indeed, you can cut it in half and then chop it up into little bits
Yes.
and sprinkle
Alright.
it.
So you have all of these ingredients. You gonna buy them?
Indeed.
All right. Altogether that will cost you about uh about 5 gold pieces.
Perfect. I will buy those things and thank her, and I'll hand her a tip of an extra gold.
Thank you.
Mhm. Good day. Thank you again.
Um, you see a look on her face as you leave the shop. You think for a moment that it might be relief, but then you realize that's ridiculous. Everyone likes you.
Indeed. Well, then I will pull out. Let's see, what do I have? Aha! 2 rib cages of halflings.
2 rib cages
Indeed.
of what kind of rib cages would these be?
Halflings.
Halflings, of course. What other kind?
Indeed.
God.
So what I do is I take, let's see, some white. No, I still have some leather. So I wrap kind of leather around the small kind of rib cage, so it makes like a bowl. And then I will chop up all the ingredients and put them both into salad bowls made from the rib cages of halfling.
All right. So so you're not sure what you're supposed to do with this salad. So why don't you go ahead and take a guess as to which of these ingredients is supposed to be the main part of it, between
Oh.
your croutons, your green things, and your red things,
And your
Jeez.
one orange thing.
and one orange thing.
Okay. What's the biggest thing?
The biggest thing, well, you have a, what do you mean by biggest? Because
Like, is the big green thing big? Are the red things bigger than the green things?
the green thing is bigger than the red things. But the green thing looks like it. It seems like it's kind of made of a bunch of smaller things, which is kind of weird, almost like leaves.
Alright, well, I take my battle axe and go to town on the green things.
All right.
After chopping up those defeated green things, I then put them into the bowls. Then I will do the red things. I'll slice those up, put them on top of the green things. Then I'll do the orange thing. I'll chop it in half and then put it into slices and put them in both. And then I'll do the little square things and put them in each. And then I'll add the cup of what I assume is dressing. Pour it on both.
Wait, the cup of what you assume is what?
Dressing. About that too.
Oh, is that the broth?
Oh, no, I wouldn't put broth on that. Terrible.
Oh.
Then if I don't have dressing, then that's it.
All right. Wait, what did you put on it? I don't remember what it was.
Okay, so there's first layer is green thing, then red thing, then orange thing,
Yep.
then the bread thing.
Well, yeah, but what's the dress? I don't remember you buying dressing.
No, I picked up a small cup of what I thought you just said was the rest of the topping, but if it wasn't, then I just put it back.
I don't know. All right. I guess. All right. So you now have what you think is a pretty good salad.
Yeah. So 2 salads.
I
Eat.
am so tempted to just say something, but I'm
Booze. Okay. Well, I head back with my spoils.
All right. So your your meal is looking pretty solid here, if you do say so yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there anything else you'd like to add to it?
Oh, we got salads, meat, and drink, and fancy. How could it go wrong? And me also improves it.
All right. So what you gonna do now?
Breathe heavily, and as I reach the street, at least the bar, and I think up of a clever conversation. Hmm. What's something smart? Hmm. Hmm. No. Hmm. I have no clue. So I wander up to the door.
All right. Uh, wait. So, correct me if I'm wrong. You're just going back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you open the door, and Chara's just in there reading her book.
Enter and say, "Ha! I have brought lunch."
Isn't it like 8 p.m.?
Lunch.
concepts of time are not important to Croc entirely.
Alright. So you have Croc has brought lunch.
I have to ask, how far did I get into the Tome of Clear Thought while Croc was out?
You got he was out for about an hour or so, you got a fair bit into it. And you got a fair bit into it, but it's a pretty long book.
I
You
got
have a
6
feeling you're.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
I pretty much would have at least between a good 6 days to finish or so.
Yeah, assuming you read a bit each day, it'll probably take you about 6 days to finish.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna put that down and just actually gonna sit up like, oh, huh.
Yeah. All right. See ya. All right. So, Croc has brought lunch. Continue.
Well then, I guess I didn't really. Okay. There wouldn't be a table in this room, would there?
There is a small bedside table.
Nothing bigger?
Nothing right there.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna rise from the bed and see if I can help him with this. Like, here, allow me.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Now I'm just gonna set what I have in my hands on that small bedside table before going to my pack to grab a spare blanket that I carry. And I'm just gonna lay that on the floor and then begin to set up the food on that blanket.
All right. So you now have that little setup.
Pour the smoother alcohol into both skulls.
Smoother alcohol.
Not the heavy shit.
The ones that won't knock me into next week.
Indeed.
Even though I could believe that I kind of handle it +4 to con, you know.
Yeah, you know. You haven't really been a huge drinker, but you know, you could probably handle it, as far as you know.
Yeah, but this is fine.
Indeed, I'll hand you the skull.
And I graciously take it, even though I am slightly taken aback by the skull cup for a couple seconds. Like, okay.
Like, okay.
Just sometimes she forgets that, oh right, he likes to carry all sorts of skulls and bones wherever he goes.
Yeah, it is a bit not what you're used to in guys.
Hey, I wouldn't entirely know. He's the first one.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's perfectly fine. I understand the need.
So, how goes your reading?
Well, I'd gotten through a bit of it, but I still have a large chunk to go. Pretty interesting challenge if you ask me, it has to be. It's a very large book that you found in the cave. It's gonna take me a while to get through it all to gain any benefits from it. So, yes, it's gonna take me a while, but I await the challenge with open arms.
As always.
Um, did you find all of this on your own? I had to ask.
Indeed. Well, first, I accidentally ran into a tree and these birds were left defenseless. And after crushing their wills and breaking them, I then went to a store where a strange creature told me all about grass food. After that lovely experience, I then made this wonderful dish of using this wonderful rib cage from a guy I once knew, now used into a bowl. I never knew this was possible.
A guy I once knew.
I'm just gonna nod as I take a bit of the drink in my skull cup. How is the drink anyway? Like, I know it's not this strong, but how's it taste?
How does wait? How does what taste? Sorry.
The drink that's been served. The
Um,
one that, yeah.
It's you're not a huge drinker, so you're not really used to alcohol, but it's surprisingly not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a huge it it has its flavors kind of hits you hard at first, but as you take another sip, it kind of mellows out a little bit.
That is interesting.
I apologize.
No, it's parts of me just have to keep reminding myself that the divide between the two of us is somewhat, well, it varies a lot.
Oh,
I don't believe, at least in the current census, that any of my family has made any art utilities or wares out of bone. I'm sure that we did once, but I'm not entirely sure now.
well, it's a colorful art form, I guess. I learned it as a kid.
I have to say that it is very impressive, though. I don't know many that can work with bones so well. And I don't think I could do much of good with it.
Well, I could show you if you want.
Would you really?
Yeah. I'll pull out a pelvis. Well, you see here, bones have really, for most races, bones have really soft positions within the inner cranium. So, if you simply bend here, snap here, and work here, this pelvis becomes a shovel or a spade.
Indeed.
Not a very good one, but it works.
So I'm guessing it's just a need for quick tools when you don't have the right ones
True.
within reach.
Or, as I take a small knife out, and carve symbols into one of the skulls. It takes about a minute. And once I'm done, I show it to you. It's a series of flowers kind of embedded up on the skull. You could make it something new.
I think I do remember me reading about that. The lizard folk as a people don't really find needs to waste, especially with all sorts of parts from creatures that they've defeated. And I'm guessing this is just one example of that.
Indeed. One's bones should not be wasted in the ground. That's what the rest of it's for.
I would suppose so. It's truly something. I can say that I'm at a loss. I must apologize. I'm not sure what to say.
Oh, well, I apologize as well. I should have been more cordial.
I wouldn't say that you haven't been, but this is all very new for me. I don't think anyone's made a meal for me like in such a way before. Or in general. I can see that you've put a lot into this. And I'm just not sure how to really, show that I'm thankful that you did.
Oh, you want to do anything here? I just thought it would be nice, that's all. Had it as a favor.
A favor.
Or something.
You know what? Sure. That works. Wouldn't want to waste any of it. So why not dig in?
Oh. Well, it's polite where I come from when a lady starts.
I just laugh before just grabbing some meat and just beginning to eat.
That's what I forgot, the utensils.
I am not too picky on that because there have been times where it don't go up much.
So,
But oh wait, I also have a mess kit, so I do have utensils that I could use.
well, up to you. After you dig in, I will then start digging.
Yep, grabbing my mess kit to grab the small bit of utensils that I have in it.
Where?
Alright.
Where?
Yeah.
And then I try the greatest sin, the salad.
I actually I actually look at it rather surprised, like, have you ever had any salads before?
Nope. As I start biting into it.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm like, it's leaves. It's red leaves. Ugh.
I just take it with no problem. Really not bad salad. Some of the best I've had in a while. Very good. Really is.
I'm not blushing. Just read recently. I have the flu. Biological plague.
I might be coming down with a fever. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
But I have to say, this is all very good. Back at home, did you cook often, or was it some sort of communal thing? Like, everyone just grabs something and cooks it and brings it to share with everyone else.
that does happen. But I, back in the day, was a head, what you would call a chef by tribe.
Really?
Indeed, they would bring full-on whales back to camp. And I'd have to figure out how to cook it all. It was fun.
Whales, you say?
Yes, about the size of a peanut. Strange creature.
I have to ask, what other creatures would they bring back to you?
Mm,
Because now I'm
Ooh.
curious.
Last I remember, last thing they brought me was a bear,
Mm.
or a snake dude. It was strange.
Mm.
Snake person. Never met a snake person until then. Oh, and then they brought me one time. It was alive. Brought me a guy, like he was gold, like you, but gold.
A dragonborn was brought into your camp.
Indeed, he was
Tell
thrown
me.
in the pot, and he kept like complaining the entire time. Very strange. I'd add the spices, and all the pieces, and he would just look at me like with this like sad puppy dog eye. Eventually, I got like I don't know what it was, feeling. For some reason, I let him go. And then I had to toss a puppy to cook it. But you know, the guy got away.
That is very interesting.
Indeed, I don't know. Seems nice. I didn't get to eat that night. So
I do have to wonder if any other types like myself would come to those types of the jungle. Because if I remember correctly, a lot of Dragonborn don't really leave either the mountain ranges or the hills or plains, and rarely go into the swamp without some sort of purpose.
they usually come in raiding parties.
Raiding parties.
Mm-hmm. Looking for the big old city.
Are there ruins in the swamp?
Mm-hmm. The capital. Big old city of gold. Streets are lined with it. Grand pyramid temple where the great Slan priests were. Apparently, they really want that gold. And they show up, all high and mighty, trying to steal stuff. And then we show up and beat the crap out of them. Usually they ask for it.
That is rather unfortunate. Coming from such a side is of exploration in a way.
It happened. So, have you beat anybody up recently?
Not that I know of. I'm not one to go out and
That's a
beat
fantastic
someone
thing to ask a girl.
Hey, this is completely different since we're of somewhat the same type. Reptile house. Uh, I haven't really done that. I'm not the type of person to go out and beat someone else.
Oh,
Unless,
no. I mean, like, beat someone in a. Not like beating up right.
beat someone in a fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No. I'm not one to go out for fights such as that.
Oh.
I just go for, handling back, since I'm not one to go for that type of competition. I think I'd be fine with the right setting, but in my experience, it's usually me that is defeated in the end.
Strange.
How so?
Didn't take you for being beaten.
When it comes to the martial combat, I'm not the best.
Yeah, you wanted to join the.
Yes, I did. And I still do. But I'm not entirely sure how to go about it with Ambros, or even if he has the power to at least help me get in.
Well, I have an idea. Right back.
Alright.
Get up and leave the room. I hear a large crash. I kick open the door to Amboss's room.
Oh. Can I just peer my head out and just see what happened? I feel like I should really do that.
GM, you there? GM, no.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What?
Anyways, I kick open the door to Amboss.
You kick over the door to Ambros's room.
Mhm.
He just snaps up in his bed like, what?
No, sorry, I gotta borrow this. I grab his gauntlet and walk out.
You grab his gauntlet and
Walk out. Oh, I gotta borrow this. Right back.
Oh no. This can only end in. Say it with me now, this can only end in tears.
Or violent.
Wait. What?
So,
So you're
like
just grabbing his gauntlet and doing what with it?
I said, I'll be right back. Out and I walk over to Arya's room. Knock on the door with the gauntlet.
I'm pissed drunk and asleep.
Wait, hold on. You think Ambrose is just gonna let you take his gauntlet?
Yeah. I asked politely. I
He's
was like,
gonna
okay.
kill you for it before he
It's
does.
not that simple, my guy.
I know. We'll
Ambrose
let him
says,
try.
what do you think you're doing?
Borrowing. I'll be back. You can follow if you want.
Oh dear. Do I see this? And as I peer outside the, just making sure no one gets locked out. Like, oh, no.
Wait. Ambrose is like, wait. Why are you trying to take my gauntlet?
I took your gauntlet. Come on, man. Wake up, fool.
No,
Follow me.
no. Give that back.
No, well, you're gonna have to ask politely, man. Like, come on.
Oh no.
Croc, I swear, if you don't give me my gauntlet back.
Okay.
He has
All
no
right.
power without his holy symbol.
I did take his power.
He could still kick your ass 6 ways to Sunday!
Like I said, come on. Let me for a sec, and we'll talk it out. I'll give it. We're not leaving far.
But what? All right. First off, why do you even want my gauntlet in the
It's
first
for
place?
it's for the greater good. To save the world.
Yeah, I'm not taking that shit. Give me my
The
gauntlet.
great
Well,
turquoise.
you're just gonna have to follow. We're literally going down the hall. Come on, hurry up.
No. What do you need it for?
You're in your pajamas. Put some clothes on.
Give me my gauntlet.
Well,
There's
come
a
on.
reason to keep that on me at all times. You're not just
Well,
gonna
come
take
on.
it from.
Well, come on. Hurry up. I'm gonna pick you up and drag you down. In your jammy jams.
What? Just, you're not. My gauntlet. What?
Alright, pick him up. Carry him down the hallway. Come on.
Yeah.
Fine. You can go with the gauntlet.
But. Wait. So are you're asking me to come with you now?
Oh no, I just pick him up. I'm not asking to take him.
Oh.
I'll take him and the
Wait,
gauntlet.
hold on, make a strength check real quick.
Okay.
Oh my
Hopefully.
god.
I'm not enraged, because I know that would be bad.
First,
Oh, that's a save. Oops. My bad. Let me do a check.
let me check how
Doesn't
heavy.
work.
Oh.
It's so fat. Oh my god.
Let me check how heavy Ambrose is real.
I should be. I have a 18 strength. I should be able to just pick him up.
Yeah, I don't think so with a 7 strength check.
Well, I have an 18. I should just naturally pick him up, but even if he's fighting back. Well, let's drag him, you know. Resort to friendly violence.
I think I should just be watching out and just slight worry and slight horror if she sees the gauntlet that Croc has. Like, please tell me he isn't gonna mess with the gauntlet again. He knows what happened last time he did that.
Yeah. So what? You're taking him to Arya's room, you said?
Yes. As I do, I kick open the door to Arya's room. Walk over to Arya's bed, drop the paladin on top of Arya, then I pick them both up.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. You cut out for me. I don't know why. My internet's been being weird.
No worries. So I kick open the door to Arya's room. Walk in with
Yeah.
the paladin, drop the paladin on top of Arya, then I pick them both up.
Arya,
I'm
do you have
pissed-
any
I-
input on this?
I'm pissed drunk and fast asleep. There is no resistance.
Alrighty then.
Okay, then I take them both back to our room.
What are you planning here?
Okay, so I put Arya in the corner and proc her up so she's there he up, so he's not, you know, drowning in his own piss. And I take the paladin and I say, Shara, would you mind kneeling for a sec?
Okay.
So
I say-
Shara, Croc just left the room and came back a minute later carrying both Ambrose and Arya.
I'm just gonna. I'm not sure what else to do than just to get on a knee and just look at the floor with. I don't know. Because I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay. As I point to Arya, he is our witness.
The fast asleep witness.
I grab the paladin's hand with the gauntlet attached, and I say, by the power invested me, as the son of Gora Takara, noble lord and high chieftain of Norin, I pronounce you as I put the gauntlet on each shoulder, just tap it against the shoulder, Lady Shara, Knight of Gudalar.
What?
I'm thinking the same thing, Shara. I'm very confused.
What?
You now have a noble title.
Ambrose says, "Okay, yeah, that's great, but why did you need my gauntlet?"
Well, she wanted to be a shiny person, so now you got a shininess.
Ambrose, I wanted to join your order, but Oh.
Wait, what? So, did you tell him to do this? I'm confused.
No, I didn't tell him to do this. I wanted to see if there'd really some time to tell you about this, and to see if you would be able to help me, and then just this happened.
What?
I...
Yeah.
Indeed, I pull out of my bag of bones a small seal made of bone of my homeland, and I hand it to him.
I just carefully take the shield and just look between Ambrose and Croc with a very exasperated and worried face.
I think worried is the right word.
Yeah.
Wear it with pride. For you, from this day forward, you are now a noble. Lesser noble, but a noble.
I don't know what's going on, and
Trust me, neither do I.
I'm
Well.
just-
Yeah.
So I pat Ambrose on the shoulder. Thank you. And I carry him back to his room.
What?
Dump him on his bed. Good night. Close the door.
The last thing you see is you close Ambrose. Look of utter confusion.
I'll take Arya, put her back on her bed. His bed.
Hold on.
Sleeping room. I'll close his door gently. Wander back to her.
And as the door just makes a tiny sound like, what the fuck was that?
At this point, I think I've just gone off of my knees and just the shield's still in my hand, just not sure still what the heck just happened.
As I'm around the corner, I flip through the pages of How to Become a Noble 101. Oh, that's how you do it. I missed a step. Fuck.
Croc, I have to ask,
Put it away. Put it away. Yes?
what on earth did you just do?
I granted you a knighthood. What's
A knighthood.
Yep.
And what organization? I know it couldn't be Torms. It's, from what I've been reading lately, it doesn't usually go like that. And
Oh, no, you're just a knight. In title. This means, when you want to join his order of fancy pantses, you now have legitimacy.
Did you say you now have legitimacy?
Yes, legitimacy. Yes. As I try to say it.
so within the loose parameters of this slapdash ceremony, I'm speaking out of character here. I am now a noble in that right.
Hmm.
Hot damn.
Also, if you ever return home with that symbol, you would be able to return to the swamplands and travel to the capital without harassment. You are a knight of my homeland.
You just see her open her mouth wide and then just close it again before looking down at the shield, still in confused, frazzled state. So she's still not sure what to do.
I know. I was worried too. But we may not be meant for each other. I've come to know that. We're very different in how we act and do things. So I apologize. But I wanted to give you this as my show of respect.
I understand the differences between the two of us. I do. And it's come to terms of those that I respect. The differences will make us a much better whole. And believe me or not, I could learn, and I am trying my best to do so. Learn of these types of differences and attempt greatly to confide in that even though we come from such different places, that we could find a middle ground for all of this. And I believe that we will with time. We just have to... What's the word? Just have to take our time, really.
Probably. But I don't believe I have any right to ask you for such a thing.
I'm just gonna get up finally and just walk over to him. I thank you for this. I do. And not sure what else to say about this, only then to thank you. And I just, hold on a second. Yeah, this probably isn't my best, but okay, 20. 17. That's a 20. I'm going to lean in and just plant one on him.
I cry. One manly tear.
A singular manly tear. You can see the tear flexing its muscles.
As it goes down. Yeah.
Just gonna hold him there as I do so while before slowly pulling back.
Fail so hard.
And I just lean and just say, if you give me the time, I'll be more than willing to bridge this divide. Because I feel like we both deserve this chance to have this, even though none of us might feel like we do. Just gonna lean my head against his and not say much of that, if you would let me, as a way of, well, saying thanks and a slight payback for the 2 times you've done it to me.
My face is so like red. I'm practically a dragonborn at this point.
Congratulations, you're now chromatic red.
I'm gonna breathe fire in a minute.
Chromatic red lizard folk.
Holy crap, that would be terrifying!
That would, yes.
They have resistance to fire and it can just stay in water
Oh
and
God.
sneak up on you.
Imagine a lizard folk that can also breathe fire.
I'm
We
gonna do
call
it.
those Komodo dragons. They are the kaiju of the lizard folk.
Wild magic, give me strength.
And then everything changed when the Fire Nation.
Little fire lizards attack. You have me until you have no need of me. And if that day never comes, then you'll have me forever.
I'd say that you would have me until then as well. Until we can't stick around anymore. Which I hope won't be for a long time. Feels nice to get all of that off of my chest now. And I hope I did that correctly. I haven't kissed many people. You're the only one that I've done that to, so... how'd I do? Was it okay? I saw you cry, and I'm not sure if I accidentally nipped you with my teeth or not. I'm sorry.
I feel like I could fly. So I believe you've done well. Thank you.
No problem. I say as I just cover my mouth because I'm still worried about if I bit you or not. Like, oh. What's sharper, dragon teeth or crocodile teeth?
Say dragon probably.
My bite does 2d6.
I don't have a bite weapon, but in terms of just simple principles alone, what's more powerful, a crocodile's jaw or a dragon's jaw?
No idea. But, yeah, I'm just gonna wander downstairs. And thank you. I'll walk downstairs. I'm gonna keep walking until I get outside. And then I'm just going to yell. Like, yeah! As loud as possible. I'll wake the whole damn city.
If I could hear that. Like, oh dear. I think I might have done something bad.
Jumping up and down and spinning in a circle.
Anyway. Whoa, you okay there, Shara? That sounded not healthy.
I'm just on a different level of existence at the moment, so I'm going to be cackling like a banshee.
So
yes.
If you guys, are you guys done with this exchange? Because if so, I think we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Do we have anything else? I got nothing. I'm kind of stunned still that I was able to pull that off.
If I continue, I might ruin it, so I'm gonna descend.
Alright, cool.
Alright. So, I think we're gonna take a little 5-minute break here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I felt something within my bones just thinking I'm probably going to fail this check. He's probably going to see this coming away. But nah, 17 and a natural 20. That is not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh. Total reversal thing.
Yeah. I was kind of open for it?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
All right. Well.
I'll get some tea.
All right, everyone. Be. All right. We're gonna take a 5-minute break here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
See you
need
guys
to
next time.
pee and I gotta go pee and get a drink. Good God, that
I need some tea in my life right now.
no stopping you. Being right
Wow.
back.
So how you doing, Ari? Anyway, we're going on break too. Oh.
Pardon?
So how are you doing?
Kind of bored.
Wow, that's why I tried to get you involved. It was a little bit.
There was a
No
drink.
worries. Yeah. It's over. So we get back on schedule. This is the 5-minute break and then
You know you should. The guard should have been called on you.
I know, right?
You literally started a fire in a city where everything is made of burnable material. You were swinging
Yes.
an axe around wildly. You were bringing out body parts. I'm surprised the guards weren't called on you already.
I know, right? I was waiting for it, but it didn't happen. So I totally screwed with Endless. Yeah. So what do you think of that? Besides being bored.
I couldn't really try to pay attention to it, but half the time I just couldn't couldn't really grasp my head around it.
No problem. Very good. Alright. Grab some tea. Get to adventuring afterwards.
Yeah, I finally picked out the feat that I wanted. Okay, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Took on. How's it going?
Good. You
Hold.
feeling
Hold
more
on.
awake?
Oh yeah.
The GM and Shara are still gone.
Gotcha. Oh,
Oh yeah. When you got your ability score improvement, did you choose to improve ability score, or did you get a feat?
believe I went with a ability score. I'm going feet next time. How about you?
Since my ability scores are pretty well rounded already, with about 10 strength, 16 dex, 15 con, 14 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 20 charisma, I got a feat. That feat being
Nice.
the prodigy feat, which netted me another skill proficiency, a tool proficiency, and a language, which I chose Arcana, Thieves' Tools, and Level. It let me made one of the things I had proficiency with expertise.
Cool.
So now I think I'm actually better in Arcana than Shara. With a +8.
Nice. Oh damn. Yeah.
And she's the wizard.
Yeah. You're certainly better than I am. With a 0 in that shit.
Still though, since Terry got eaten by the void, Thieves' Tools was a good thing, I think.
True that.
That being said though, I can technically use anything better than anyone else who picked up for the first time with Jack of all trades.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would have the better arcana out of both of us at this point in time. Mine is only +7.
Mhm. Oh yeah, you got spell clock.
He's got a lot of cantrips at the beginning.
That means we can do more Unity spells.
I mean, the only actual spells I have: magic missile, shield.
That's actually a pretty good combination. Magic missile and shield. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. The only trick is that it's wild magic, so strange things can happen.
Like turn it into a fire plant.
Indeed.
Yeah,
The ultimate disguise.
I got a lot of stuff in my book.
It's great for disguise, but not for anything else.
Yeah, I have magic missile and shield, comprehend language, identify, witch bolt, thunderwave, chromatic orb. Oh, so I did keep Alter Self with me. Cool. Dark vision.
We still have yet to use the sandwich maneuver with Thunderwave. Just sandwich a guy between two Thunderwaves.
If push comes to shove of one of us being able to pull that off, then that would be great. Counter spell, dispel magic, fly, fireball, lightning bolt, water breathing. I could get rid of water breathing since I got a ring of water breathing, but nah, I'm gonna keep it because I got.
I don't think we've got a ring of water breathing. We've only got a ring of water walking.
Oh wait, yeah, right. Never mind.
I'm glad I got this ring of water breathing one 5,000 meters under the water.
Wonder. I really want to do Path of Storm Hero. Call upon the element and shit.
You don't want to be a berserker?
I do. I just.
A Berserker Storm Herald.
Yeah, Berserking Storm Herald.
I've heard that Storm Heralds are great.
I don't know. It just matched the shaman thing I was before.
Yeah, for the record, I have 15 spells at my disposal. Them being Minor Illusion, Friends, Vicious Mockery, fairy fire, thunder wave, dissonant whispers, healing word, heat metal, phantasmal force, blindness and deafness, bestow curse, anti-counter charm, counter spell, revivify, and mage image.
Oh, you got Revivify.
So I
When
can
do you
bring it-
get the magic secret again? At 6 or 5?
Oh, hold on. Okay. Wait, we'll look. Okay, here we go. As a bard, you get it at third level if you are a law bard.
Okay.
If going by a normal bard, then you get it at 14th level and 18th level.
Okay. So I don't think bards can learn that move on their own. It's not a bard spell, I believe.
No, magical secret lets you get anything from any spell.
Yeah, I know. I got that, but I'm just trying to remember if that Revivify is a bard spell on its own or not, without the
don't think
magical
so.
secret. Okay.
Let's see. Cleric or paladin. Although it costs 300 gold.
To utilize.
Yeah.
So
Level 3
pretty
necromancy
much-
spell.
At some point, I will be able to cast Revivify on my will.
Verbal, somatic, and materialistic. It requires diamonds worth 300 gold, which just spell consumes.
Mm.
So basically, give me your money or you die. To be fair, that is pretty much it.
Mhm. I checked that either way. Once we level up again, I'll get my third level slot. So won't be too bad.
Mm.
Indeed.
Anyways, yeah, I will be able to at least spam Fireball at least 2 times before we save that last slot for some utilities like counterspelling.
Mm.
Hmm.
The hell?
What's up?
For some reason, it's marked me down as no. Never mind. I misread the whole thing. Okay, I thought it said earlier. I did check it. It said 5th level bard. It was like looking through the list, and it said the things I currently had were at 6th level. I was like, what the hell? I don't remember. What? I'm really confused, but it's all good.
Right. But in all regards, oh,
Third level healing word is awesome.
Hey,
Mhm.
sorry, I took longer than I expected.
Don't worry about it.
you're good.
Yep. Alright. So, I guess next morning, right?
Yep, move
Is the
on to
next
next day.
Still outside.
Wake up, it's daytime. What do you want to do?
Oh god, for some reason it feels like someone threw me into a wall. Oof. What happened last night, guys? Hey Ambrose, you look mortified. What's up?
Guess I'll back upstairs.
I think I'd join them downstairs at some point. Still kind of holding the shield that I was given today. I don't think I want to let it go yet.
Breakfast it is then.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
Breakfast.
Yes, breakfast, indeed. What about it?
I want breakfast.
Alright. Alright, breakfast. Yes, I believe, alright, so, if you go downstairs, you can, so if you go downstairs, the innkeeper from yesterday is there. There doesn't really seem to be many other guests in the tavern. There's a couple of elves here and there at the table, but other than that, there's not too many people. She sees you and says, "Oh, hello. Would you like something to eat? We don't have much, but it's something."
Anything you have that helps with a hangover would be much appreciated.
Oh yeah. Did you? Why don't you roll a Constitution check to see how hungry?
It'll be very much appreciated.
Yes, it would. You're pretty dang hungover. All right. So, what was I gonna say?
Who's a plenty?
Oh yeah. So you get some food and eat a quick breakfast. So what do you guys want?
So,
Dwarves?
for starters, do you want to check out a magic shop, possibly, and get at least better supplies for defending ourselves? Or because I do have to send a letter to Gilbert.
True.
I
I would.
What? What did you say? What did you say?
Me. Or Char.
Like, I just heard like 3 people talk at once, and then like everyone stopped talking.
No, well,
Oh, Oni, are you still here?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to talk.
Oh,
I was like,
nope, I stopped because I figured you'd want to go, since you're gonna say something a lot more than I would, so...
sure,
I
we can
just-
check out
you after you.
shop.
So,
I would say the dwarves probably have your selection of weaponry and death bringers, but maybe they have potions here in town.
while you guys scavenge around for a shop, I'm gonna go find someone to deliver this letter to Gilbert.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
I'll check that out.
town courier or whatever it's called. Should I make an investigation check to find a courier? GM,
What?
should I make an investigation check to find the courier? A courier.
The courier?
Curry.
Yeah,
Courier.
the person to deliver a letter to Gilbert.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Man, I am hungover.
You walk. You end up walking into a grocery store and saying, "Is this post office?" No, sir. This
Then I
is
then,
not.
then I shall leave post haste.
He says as he drunkily just gets
Turf, turf.
Oh god.
And anyway, the man seems to kind of feel bad for you, so he just gives you quick directions to the post office that you're looking for.
Thank you kindly, sir. It's much appreciated. And I try and go to the post office.
All right. You try. Uh, make a dexterity check to see if you like trip and fall away.
16 dexterity. I will not fall. Never mind.
Yeah.
Man, alcohol does not agree with me.
Nope. Really doesn't.
Reminds me of the old days, though. Back in the traveling troupe.
Reminds you of Gilbert what?
No, it reminds me of the old days in the traveling troupe.
Yeah. It takes you a bit. You eventually make your way to the post office, but you do trip and fall a couple of times.
That's
You
horrible.
didn't see anything. It was that guy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, those people, can you deliver a letter for me? Needed a letter delivery.
Excuse me, sir. What?
Can you deliver a letter for me?
Oh, yes, of course. Where would you like this letter delivered to?
I forget his name. It's like a seaside port next to the archipelago where the halflings live. It's like a shop called Glorious Gilbert's Getting Away with Goods. You'll have to forgive me, I'm extremely hungover.
Okay then. Just for sanity's sake, I'm gonna say that after a bit of talking, they managed to figure out what place you're talking about.
Yeah. There are houses and there's like roads and stuff. It's like wow.
Yeah. Okay, sir. It's a pretty long way away. So, we can deliver that for you, but it'll cost about 15 gold pieces, because that's pretty far away.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna haggle with the postman. The heroes of the modern nation. Here you go.
Yep. And the true the true superhero of the modern day society.
479 gold. Jeez, I'm running low on gold, guys.
I always have 1,000 gold on my person.
Wow.
Seriously, I haven't spent anything since we've started.
You didn't
And
wish
all I have
away
is
your mayonnaise.
500 gold. Damn. Rolling in that money, okay.
It'll probably go away within the next town and this shop if we go to it.
We're gonna find it, yeah.
Right,
12
yeah.
and 15.
to the magic shop.
Yeah.
Can we find magic shop?
Can we find it?
Sunshine, lollipop, and lots of magic shops.
Yeah.
400 magic shops. All of them are scams.
You need to live, including spell bombs.
Wait, you need to what?
We're trying to find a magic shop. Don't make me start playing Hearthstone.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Magic shop.
Magic shop.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone like. chest.
Yes. So yeah, magic shop. It's not too hard to find. It's not a huge magic shop, but it's got a bit of content. What are you looking for?
Wand of magic missile.
You're not there, are you?
I thought
Oh,
that
no, we
was-
would have waited for him.
Yeah, I think we would.
Oh, I didn't know you were going along. Oh, wand and magic missile. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock.
Son of a bitch. This is the 15th shop. Someone's stealing all the wands of magic missile.
Would you have a bag of holding?
A bag of what?
A bag of holding.
A bag of holding. One
Hold.
second. Let me check our back rooms.
Osharis, Gilbert said he would keep one in stock for us.
I know, but you can never have too many bags of holding.
Fine.
Seriously, a lot of wizards carry multiple bags of holding to carry all of their notes.
Jesus. 500 pounds of notes.
We take a lot of notes.
If you
Yeah.
carry multiple bags, that's more than 500 pounds of magic notes. That's a lot.
Depending on how long a wizard can live, they can carry a
A lot of notes. Good God. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Sorry.
While she.
I'm just looking stuff up.
Alright, while she's in the back, I'm gonna do this real quick.
Oh no, he's stealing shit.
Looks like I do have one bag of holding in stock, but it's rather expensive. That's gonna go. It's gonna run for about. I'm afraid 4,000 gold.
That's usually fucking 500. Jesus.
500?
That's how
Yeah.
it usually goes for.
yes.
Mm.
I've never heard of a bag of holding being so expensive.
1,000. I could buy a ship.
You see, the ingredients that are used to make the enchantment on bags of holding, for some reason, have become very scarce as of late, to the point where bags of holding are getting extremely rare and costly. I'm sorry, I would like to lower the price for you, but I'm not sure if I can.
Alright, here's what we do. Guys, you know
I
how
could
the-
buy an elephant with.
Yeah, we can't buy a ton of elephants, but still. Okay, you know how there's dungeons? And dungeons usually have magic stuff in them? We should go in a dungeon one.
Why would we run into someone's dungeon? I thought we want to avoid prison,
No,
not go into prison.
not a prison, like a monster dungeon. We get loot and magical items. Do you have,
So
a,
wait,
do you have
so
a book on dungeons and dungeon locations and stuff? Or
there are
stuff like that?
places where money just lies around.
Surprisingly, yes. I don't know. There's usually to lure adventurers in and kill them, but most adventurers usually just take the gold and damn win. Anyway, yes, shopkeep. Do you have a book about local dungeons and or stuff like that?
A book of lore about dungeons?
A book of like anything about locations of dungeons or places of similar intrigue.
Wait. So you're just asking for a book, like what gives information about dungeon, like what
The
tips?
The locations of stuff, things like dungeons and stuff.
Oh. I'm not sure one of those would exist because generally speaking, if there is a dungeon, it's been raided. Right?
I mean, they'd write books about the legends that, or the heroics of the groups that have gone into the dungeons.
Well, heroics of groups that have gone to dungeons. But like, I'm assuming you're looking for stuff that like just tips on where to find dungeons, right?
It's something like that.
Yeah, or like an ancient ruin near.
An ancient ruin.
Undiscovered ruins.
I want a book about stuff no one knows about.
No
Yeah.
one knows about.
A book about undiscovered ruins.
Who knew? We just had one on stock.
Yeah, you know, we just happen to have one.
Oh
Why
hey, we just got one in this morning. Great timing.
Yeah. Hey Arya, why don't you
What?
what why don't you make a just persuasion check.
He's the
Um,
boss at those. He really is.
Have you seen my rolls before? That's 20. My rolls mainly go up to 9. I only got a plus 11 in persuasion.
But not to be pedantic, what other items would they have?
Yeah, this shit.
Drunk, so I'm incredibly confident at this point.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy an elephant.
I am like, I don't know what to do because on one hand you rolled well, but on the other hand, you're asking for a book about things that don't exist.
Well, you could ask
Could've
her a
just
rumor.
asked about a grade on the bag of holding. Good
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
What?
Bag of holding, bartering.
Yeah. By the way, I want you guys to know that 4,000 gold is the price listed for bag of holding in the same magical items page.
Well, probably that name is not ironic. Well, hold on, no, it is ironic.
Hold
that
on,
price
I'm
is
trying-
insane. And honestly, any campaign I've played, bags of holding have gone anywhere from about 500 gold.
500? That seems a bit cheap.
No, not really, considering it's usually the first thing that parties want to buy, so it is a good way to get people to.
Well, yeah,
go
but it's
exploring and
also
stuff.
like super useful item.
Mm.
But hey, at least I can make like a minor arc about this, because I can ingredients. Rare.
Quest for a bag of holding.
And now I'm just looking at the information on Hayward's handy haversack.
Hayward's handy haversack.
Yes. Like a bag of holding, but it carries a lot less.
What about a bag of devouring? It's pretty much the same thing, except there's a chance you'll be eaten.
I thought all your stuff just goes into another dimension where it does get eaten.
No, there's a worm in there or something, and if you stick your hand in it, it can pull you in, and it eats you. It's like, wow. It's like what happened to Terry.
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
She got digested by an interdimensional worm.
Yeah.
Bag of devouring.
Bag of
Some-
devouring.
Yes. An extra dimensional creature attaches to the bag can sense whatever is placed inside the bag. An animal or vegetable matter placed holding the bag that is devoured and lost forever. When part of the living creature is placed in the bag, as it would happen if someone reaches inside it, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside the bag. The creature inside the bag can use its action to try and escape with a successful DC 15 strength check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag and pull a creature out, doing so with a successful DC 20 strength check, provided it isn't pulled inside the bag first. Any creature that starts its turn inside the bag is devoured, its body destroyed. And objects can be stored in the bag, which can hold a cubic foot such as material. However, once each day, the bag swallows any objects inside of it, spits them out into another plane of existence. The DM determines the time and plane. If the bag is pierced or turned, it is destroyed. Anything contained within is transported to another location on the astral plane. So, yeah, a good half of the time you're gonna be eaten by this bag if you place your hand in it.
I'm just wondering how I've never heard of this item before.
It's a minor item and it's very rare.
People prefer not to
That
go
sounds
for it.
hilarious, though.
It's actually more rare than a bag of holding. An actual bag of holding.
That sounds like ridiculous. That sounds like hilarious. It's like, oh, hey, put this in the bag of holding. Okay, sure. Gets eaten.
There is a way to deal with the BBEG.
Yeah. Convince him to stick his hand inside a bag of holding.
It's just, hey, look in this bag. Vroom.
Yeah.
And into the aether it goes. But yeah, that's what the bags of devouring do.
Anyway, so about a book of local ruins and things like of the sort.
And other magical inventory that could be of use. If not a bag of holding, something a little bit less expensive.
The satchel of storage.
Yes, a satchel of storage.
Or a stick of back rubs.
Yeah. A stick of. Oh yes, we have a stick of back rubs.
What?
Stick.
I have no clue how much a handy haversack can cost. I think it's a lot less depending
Knowing these
on...
prices, probably 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it is.
Stick
I'm
of
gonna
back
go ahead
rubs
and
is
lower that price. I'm gonna go ahead and lower that price. You guys said that bag of holdings usually costs 500.
Around that,
About
yeah.
500.
All right, and then a handy haversack is half of the holdings price. So I'm gonna go
Well,
ahead
it
and say.
depends. Because I've never seen a price for the handy haversack.
Well, this one is listing bag of holding at 4,000 and handy 2,000. So.
Well,
That's what we have.
in Critical
God.
Role, spoilers if you haven't actually watched the newest episodes or season episodes.
Well, if you're just telling us about prices, then.
It's perfectly fine.
They
if
managed to
that's the case.
trade just one item. They traded one item worth about roughly 250 gold for a handy haversack.
Alright, so I'll say 250 gold is a good price for that.
For the haversack and
Yeah.
for the bag of holding?
For the bag of holding, I'm gonna lower it down to like 1,000, because
Jesus.
I still think, because 4,000 is ridiculous, but I don't know.
If there's a shortage
Well-
on supplies, then it makes sense for the price to double. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that could straight up kill us. Since we don't even have that in the group fund at all.
No, we have 1,000. We have 1,000.
Sure,
Yeah, I
didn't-
know.
Char, didn't you say you have 1,000 on your person?
I have 802 gold pieces on my person.
So what I said before was true. We are a legendary band of cheapskates.
Mm-hmm.
4,000 for one bag.
Remember,
I figured-
legendary.
But hey, it beats 4,000. Okay.
Did he have any handy haversacks here?
I'll let you know as soon as I roll. What?
We require a handy hand.
I accidentally
like
just
saying
rolled a.
the name.
I'm really good at this. I accidentally just rolled a D210.
Impressive.
Oh yes, 62. No. Alright, yes.
62?
Yeah, they have one in stock.
Alright, so
Oh,
what's a handy, and Shara's got the money for it.
I do. yes, I do. Question mark.
I would have just said we go into the group fund and buy ourselves a bag of holding for the entire group. But if you also want to grab a handy haversack, then I see no problem.
Well,
Handy
how
haversack.
does a handy haversack differ from a bag of holding?
It doesn't carry as much. It carries around,
Half of it.
I think, half of a bag of holding
Well,
It's a
do we
within
find
different
do we
compartments.
do we find ourselves needing £500 of room?
Well, we ever do
Uh-oh.
get ourselves into dungeons again, we might want to have something to store any loot.
Okay, hold that
Damn,
thought.
damn,
So,
sir.
did my natural, not my natural, did my 20 bring up anything about local ruins or and abandoned structures and stuff like that?
Wait, what did you say about structures?
Did my 20 bring anything about a book about natural structures or ruins and stuff like that?
Well, I'm still kind of confused on what you're looking for there, cause like, are you looking for a book of legends or?
There's like
A map.
there's like a
More like it.
tourist guide. A tourist
You
guide
know,
to a tourist
The
guide.
casual tourist guide to deadly dungeons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at like
That
old
is the
ruins.
actual
You're
book
like,
I want.
The tourist guide to deadly dungeons, eh?
We can't just come
Right.
up. We just can't come on them on our own. We just have to get a tourist guide for it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been
Okay.
traveling a lot. We haven't found any dungeons. I mean,
Well, we haven't been really looking, but that's the case.
and now we technically are. So let's see if it turns up anything. If it do
Well,
find anything
yeah.
like dungeons, like we'll probably do that.
You know what? I'll say they have one just to humor.
Oh boy.
We'll take it. I should have already forgotten its name.
the 14,000 gold book of random bullshit.
You can have it for 20 million gold.
100 million. They're very rare this time of year.
Yes, the components are just scarce. It's literally paper. You're in a forest.
Yeah, but paper just doesn't come by these. Little bit of forest. Your house is made of trees. You're dick.
Your house is literally a tree.
You done goof, sir. You
Yes,
done
so
goof.
I want to purchase this book, this tourist
This-
guide to deadly dungeons.
I'm going to make a cover for that later when I have some spare time.
But do we at least try to agree to pull some out of the group loot to buy a bag of holding? Or
Well, yeah, the bag of holding is obviously going for the group loot. That is it's usable for the whole group.
How much
Uh,
do you guys have in the group loot?
1,580.
1,580, I think.
Alright.
Exact change.
Yeah.
Since a fifth of all our findings going to the group loot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, with the purchase of the tourist guide to deadly dungeons and the since there is a guide to dungeons, we can and that does warrant the purchase of a bag of holding. So, how much will it cost altogether, Jim?
Jim.
So you're looking for. Wait, are you buying a handy haversack or a bag of holding or both?
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Alright, so bag of holding. Remind me everything. Bag of holding and the book. Is
The
that it?
tourist guide to deadly dungeons. Yes.
You don't want to buy the haversack, Croc, or are you satisfied with the bag of holding?
Croc.
Hmm? Cool concept of. Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Buying the haversack?
Yeah.
So you want the haversack and the bag of holding?
Well, no, it's a haversack. We don't need no bag of hold.
No, Croc wants a bag of. But Croc wants a handy haversack for himself. We want a bag of holding.
For everybody.
What? We don't really.
I mean, we've got a guide to dungeons. There's a lot of loot in dungeons. £500 of carry away is warranted.
Hmm.
Plus, if you get me a rabbit, I can do a magic trick. Look, I put there's a rabbit in this bag of holding. Ooh, it's
So-
dead.
Alright, so I want a definitive answer. Are you buying the bag of holding or are you buying the haversack?
We are definitely buying bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Proc wants a handy haversack, I'm afraid it'd be out your own pocket.
Mm,
Crocodile rack. Alright. Croc, are you going to be buying the bag of holding? I mean, the handy haversack?
Sure.
Coming out of your own pocket?
Indeed, because then I can put all the bones. No longer creeps people out.
Shara, now
That's-
we now
that's
we know
true.
who the Bone Lord is. It's Croc. He uses a handy
Okay.
haversack to construct an army of the undead. So how much will it cost us with just the bag of holding and the book?
So, bag of holding and the book. I'd say the book would probably go for around 10 gold pieces, so overall that'd be 1,010.
So from the group loot, 1,000 gold for the bag. I'll just give that to Sharp for a moment, and I'll buy the book from my own pocket.
Alright.
And there's a personal question. Wait, is the shop owner a girl or a guy or a boy? A guy? No, a guy or a girl.
It's a guy.
And one question, sir. Do you happen to have any glamoured studded leather armor?
Glamored studded leather. That's a 20. Yes, I think I do have a set somewhere around here.
How much would it go for?
Glamored studded leather.
I take it you're gonna look up the insane magical prices.
Yeah. Holy shit. These prices are not okay.
When do you think? 4,000 for a bag of holding and 2,000 for a handy haversack. What
I
the
need-
heck?
I need to talk to Zeld because he's the one who gave me this. He's the one who gave me this paid. I'm gonna have a talk with him later. Cause you want to know how much this is saying Glamour is for?
How much?
How much?
2,000.
Oof.
Hot damn.
Well, damn. I'm not sure if it has it or not, but I think possibly in the Dungeon Master's Guide there is a guide to pricing magical items.
There probably is. I don't feel like looking it up right now though.
Fair enough.
Alright. I'm going to I'm gonna say probably like I don't know how much. How have you guys ever bought one of these before? Do you know how much it would go for normal?
No,
Probably like
I've honestly never bought one before.
maybe like two.
I found one in a dungeon once, but never actually had to buy one of these.
I'd say maybe like 150. Maybe. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, it's a little butch. I'll go for it though.
Yeah. I'd say probably actually more like 100.
For the
Yeah.
leather armor?
Glamored leather armor. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the haversack?
Well,
Would it be half of 1,000? Or...
I will-
No, haversack is 250.
I will purchase
Alright,
the
cool.
sir.
Yeah?
I will purchase the glamour studded leather armor.
For 100 gold.
Yes.
I need to get my like pricing a magic item system down at some point.
That would be nice so we don't all keel over and die with these prices.
Oh, you want a health potion? 5 million gold. Gilbert, you're ripping
What?
us off again.
$1 billion.
Like, $1 billion. No. 1
Croc, do you
million.
have enough for the haversack? Because
I do.
You do? Okay. Now, since we're talking about spending, I have to ask about, potions, actually. Since it's been a while since we've bought any of those.
I'm pretty sure I still have all my potions on me, actually.
I gave Croc one, but I want to stock up a little bit more
Yeah,
in
I have-
case we get to something bad.
I have 2 full potions, which is 4 servings. Alright, I equip the armor, say the command
I
word,
got happy sack.
and just look fabulous.
Who's gonna hold the bag of holding?
Who's the group treasurer?
I think you and me.
You know what? I think Croc would be the most trustworthy. Is that right?
With the bag of holding?
Yeah.
13, 14,
No.
17.
Either with the money or the bag of holding?
I mean, they gave Grog the bag of holding, so you know.
Well, we gave him a haversack that acts as a bag of holding on a smaller scale, but
Oh yeah,
All the bow.
Croc's already got the handy haversack.
so I can probably hold the rest of the funds and the
I'm-
bag of holding.
Yeah, okay. Here's the group loot.
Yep.
Yeah,
God,
you-
I literally
uh,
fit everything
title-
on my.
The title of treasurer passes on from me to you.
Extraordinary.
I won't let you all down. I'll be sure to get back as best as I can.
And the next time we ask for money, Charles like, I gambled it all away.
Oh
Again?
great! Oh great! My loot, my party funds and exchanges page in my notes won't go for waste. Cool.
Man.
Prepare yourselves. It's about to get a lot more organized in this place.
Yep. We spent a lot of time just doing random stuff, didn't we?
That's what we do.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm sure we get to the meat of action next week.
You said I'm pretty sure it was the last session we had that by the time we finish in Eleanor, the medallion would be ready.
Alright, so is there any more preparation stuff you guys want? Because at this point, I think as soon as you guys are done with preparations, we're probably gonna have to end it off.
I'm good.
Alrighty.
Are you guys
Uh,
good? Even though we didn't actually get anything done today, it was still fun.
No, yeah, quite a fun.
Oh yeah, it was. Still can't believe I was able to just plant one. Finally!
I know. Lord.
And with my new glamour to leather armor, I can look fabulous whenever. Since I can make it look like anything.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Alright, well, whoa! Accidentally just knocked over a bin of colored pencils. Alright,
Hey, that happens.
I'm gonna go clean that up. See you guys. See you guys later.
See you guys later.
Jeez.
See you.